Real talk with Nessa. Nessa, Nessa, Nessa. Talk with Nessa. Real talk with Nessa. Nessa, Nessa, Nessa. Real talk with Nessa.
Hi everyone, welcome to Real Talk with Nessa, where real meets real and every story matters. So today we have our first guest and her name is Sarah. So hi Sarah.
Hi Nessa.
How are you?
I'm so good. How are
I'm
you?
so glad you're here and thank you so much for accepting my invite.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So today we're just going to start with a ice break, and you're just gonna do an outfit check. So you're gonna tell me what you're wearing, where you bought it from, who did your makeup, and yeah. So go on.
My pants today are from Zara. So is my blazer, and then my top, I believe it's from Pull and Bear.
Okay.
And then my shoes are from Shein.
Yeah.
I did my own hair and I did my own makeup.
Really? Wow, you look amazing, girl.
Thank
You need to
you so
do my hair
much.
also. So my hair is from my collection, Nessa Lax, and my makeup I did it myself. My top from Shein, and my belt from Shein, my pants Shein, and then my shoes. I actually don't remember where I bought those shoes. Hey.
That's so real.
So yeah, and yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. And so tell me, Sarah, what's been the best decision you've made in your life so far, and how did it shape who you are today?
I think the best decision that not myself per se has made, my family chose to move here. And we moved from South Africa, as you already know.
Yeah.
And I think that moving here has really shaped me as a person because I was only 14 when I left. So I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
And I think moving here has really shaped me into the person that I am today
Yeah.
because of how I've been shown to respect and treat people, and that's mainly because of my parents.
Yes.
So I think the best decision that we've made is moving here because we grew closer as a family, and they really showed me how to treat people and how to respect myself as well as other people. So I think that would be my best decision.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the African culture, you know.
Exactly.
Respect is number one.
Exactly.
So tell me, what's been the worst challenge you faced as a woman balancing business, studies, and personal life?
I think the biggest challenge that I faced is, I think the fact that it's mostly a male-dominated field, businesses, and I feel, I don't know, I think that kind of overshadows what a woman is capable of doing.
Yes.
I think a lot of people do see it as a male-dominated field. Like, if you think of a CEO, you would mainly think of a man.
Yes.
And I think it's very important to, first of all, break that stereotype.
True.
Because I think that the more women are definitely becoming more involved in business. Like, we can see it even in our course. A lot of people are joining the business field. And yeah, no, I think the most challenging thing for me has been coming to terms with the fact that I'm there for a reason.
Yes.
And I'm there for business.
Definitely.
You know?
So, by the way, I actually didn't tell you what Sarah does. So, Sarah is a businesswoman and entrepreneur. She's into a childcare business, and she's also a model. And what else, girl? She's studying business studies. So, yeah. So, tell me, what's the best part about owning a childcare business and working with children every day?
I think the best part of owning my own business is that I can do it on my terms. So if I just need a day, like this has happened very recently where all the lecturers have just thrown work on us and piled it up. So I've taken a few days to just regroup and make sure that I am in a good space.
Yes, yes.
And I love that I'm able to do that. The best thing about working with children is just the humor that comes with them.
Yeah.
Like I absolutely adore them. Just
Yeah,
the
children
things
are the
that they,
best,
the things
definitely.
that they come out with. It's the absolute best. Like I would rather sit there and have a conversation with a child than an adult. And I think that's very evident.
That's amazing because, like, just look at you. You're young, and who would have thought that, like, at your age, you'll be taking care of children? Like, children are a lot. I don't want to lie, because, like, I'm also a mother of two, by the way, and I'm telling you, with school, it hasn't been easy at all. It's very challenging. I think that's the most challenging thing that I've been through, being a single mom and a businesswoman and being also a learner. You know, it's been so hectic. So tell me, what's the best advice you ever received that keeps you motivated when things get tough?
I think the best advice that I've ever received is from my nana. And she always said, always be gentle.
Yes.
And I think I've lived to that. I think I'm a very gentle person in nature. And my nana has really, she's the one who shaped who I am, really.
Yeah.
Because she was such a gentle person, and that was kind of her thing, to remind other people to keep being gentle. So I think that's the best advice I've ever received. Just always be gentle.
Yeah. So, yeah. And what's the worst mistake you've made in your journey, and how did you turn it into growth? Very deep, right?
Very. What's the worst mistake? I think the worst mistake that I've ever made was trusting people who shouldn't be trusted.
True.
Throughout my high school or secondary school career, I put my trust into a lot of people who I really shouldn't have, and they did show their true colors in my last year of school. And I actually do thank them for that, because I was able to take that and grow as a person and realize that that's actually not how I wanted to be treated at all by friends. But I think that's definitely my worst
Your worst,
mistake, putting
yes.
all my trust into someone
Yeah.
who really didn't deserve it. And I think I turned that into like a good outcome
Yes.
by just realizing that it actually makes me stronger as a person, as opposed to breaking me down, because I was able to leave that situation.
Yeah.
And I was able to understand that I didn't deserve to be treated like that, instead of
Yes.
letting it tear me down.
True, yeah.
So I think that is...
And we're getting
definitely-
emotional right now. The worst mistake you can make in life, you know, trusting people, it's like you're just walking in a desert without water.
Exactly.
Because, like, when I look at myself, right, I think that's the one thing that turned my life into something else. Because on my side, it's actually people who are really close. Because, by the way, I was actually once married, you know. Yeah. And I definitely loved him and I trusted him, and he was, when you really love someone, it becomes like he's everything in your life.
Like it consumes you.
Exactly. So, I trusted him with everything to a point that I was selfless, I opened up to everything. but it bite me at the end because he was now insulting me with those things that I would actually tell him at my vulnerable moments. So it broke me a lot because, it's like I really trusted you and I thought this is my person to cry, my shoulder to cry on. So it's definitely the worst decision you can make in life because it can either be used against you or it can just break you to a point that if you are not really strong, you can never climb up. For me, it was good for my side that because I was surrounded by people who really love me, who really support me. My family support me so much to a point that I was able to stand up and start life again. So now I'm actually that woman. I'm working towards that woman I really want to be. My kids are growing up. I'm taking care of them. I'm a super mom and I own my businesses and I'm actually doing so well. Like it shocks me every day, that is this really me? So I think the good thing is to how you bounce back. That's the good thing about the whole thing.
Yes.
So yeah, let's move. What's the best moment that made you realize you're truly working in your purpose?
Um, I think.
That's really deep, right?
That's a very difficult question to answer. Like it's very hard to pick just one moment.
Well, for me, like the best moment that made me realize that I'm working in my purpose, it's when I actually went back to school and I realized that I'm actually working towards my dreams because I'm actually studying business and I'm an entrepreneur and I'm really learning a lot because when we do business, right, we just think we know everything. But when you get back to school and study business, you definitely notice that you know nothing. So it actually really, really clicked in my mind that,
Yeah,
girl,
you got this.
you're working in your
Yeah.
papers.
I think for me it was when my mom said, "You look so much happier."
Aww.
Because I knew business was gonna be for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very business orientated person anyway. Like my mind has always been in business, and I knew from a very very early age that that's exactly what I wanted to do. And as soon as I came back, I think it was the second week of college, she was like, "You look so much happier than you did in
Yeah.
secondary school." And I am. I'm a
Yeah.
lot happier. And I think that by her saying that, I kind of realized this is actually what you're supposed to be doing because people notice how much happier you are.
Yes, definitely. And also
Then
you feel alive when you're happy.
exactly.
And it's not hard. Things it
Exactly.
becomes more easy.
Yeah, and I think you can definitely, especially if you're close to somebody, you can definitely um, tell if they are where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And because my mom said that to me, I was like, okay, this is definitely something that I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So and what's the worst time you felt like giving up and what helped you to keep going?
during my leaving cert, I was very ready to give up. In June, um, my leaving cert, I felt like it was breaking me because I put so much effort and so much time in, and I felt like I wasn't getting anything back.
Okay.
And um, I spoke to my mom about it, and she was like, "Well, you can't stop now because you've already started.
Yes,
You
yes.
have to just see it through." And I remember I came home from English and I was really happy. I was really excited and I was like, English is over. What am I supposed to do now?
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of my subject
Yeah.
in school. And I don't know. As soon as I finished English, I kind of like sank and I felt really,
Bad.
really bad. I don't know what it was though, but that was definitely my
The
worst
one,
moment.
yeah. And what made you to actually, get up and, feel alive again?
I actually, as I think when results day came,
Yeah.
I was very nervous for results day, and I looked at my results, and I looked at my mom, and I looked at my results, and I was like, I did it. I did it. I got my points, and unfortunately,
You passed.
because of my my minor crash out
Yeah.
during exams, I completely ruined my CAO application, and I put my top choice at number 10, which was actually business in ACTU.
Yes.
So it worked out in my favor in the end, but I think I think realizing that I wasn't going to be in the school that I anticipated to be in, I think that was also definitely a worst moment of mine.
That's really amazing. Yay. It's really, really amazing. So I just want to take this conversation into something very not too serious and something really amazing topic to talk about. Just tell us, are you dating, girl?
No, please. No, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, that's amazing, girl. And tell me, like, what's the worst decision that you've made in a relationship?
I think the worst decision that I've made in a relationship was staying longer than I should have.
Yeah.
Like, putting all my effort into something that I was getting nothing out of. That lasted for 2.5 years for me, unfortunately, where I put way too much effort in and I got nothing in return, and it just ate me alive. But luckily I'm out of it now.
Yeah.
I've broken the cycle. So
Girl, relationships.
the only advice I can give, I will give advice because I don't want anybody to go through what I went
You
through.
went through years.
Do not, just because you love someone doesn't mean that they feel the same way about you.
True.
It is most of the time when you are in a situation like I was, it is not reciprocated the same way. They could tell you that they really care about you. That's the extent of it.
Right.
They don't love you.
But what actually make a person to say something and not mean it? Like what men usually do, like what we call in our language, they shella you,
Yes, they shall like you.
they shella you, and then they actually don't mean what they are saying. Someone will actually say, I love you, I'll care for you, and actually they do the opposite.
I think it's a power thing, and like keeping you there so that when a partner or whatever, like it can happen to men and women where it's the same dynamic. I think they do it so that when they feel like they need something from you, they always have you there because they've reassured you in their own terms and their own way that they do really love you.
Yeah. And what do you actually say about cheating? What's your view about cheating?
Yeah. Let me not get started. I think cheaters are the worst people ever because I don't understand how you can like sit there and manipulate someone who genuinely loves you, and then I don't know. I really don't like.
It's
cheating.
unexplainable. Like,
I could never imagine doing that myself. So
definitely.
I can't even tell you what drives a person
to do that,
to somebody
yes.
else, because
It's really a very, I don't know, like this topic, it's actually something that you really can't understand, because you actually ask yourself that what's happening in a person's mind
exactly
for them to actually leave a person that they actually say that they love and they care for, and actually go and cheat.
exactly
And it's so sad that women and men who genuinely have love for someone to be just get broken just like that.
Exactly.
It's really a painful topic to talk about. But anyway,
Yeah.
we're just going to wrap up, and we're just going to do one question and then we're done. So back to business. Tell us, what's the worst experience you've what's the worst experience you've had in business, and what lesson did it leave you, and what advice can you give to a young woman and a young man who's actually want to be an entrepreneur?
I think my worst experience has been dealing with the parents of the kids. And I'm saying that so honestly, and I'm just going to put that out there because some of the parents, now not all of them, I love the parents of the kids that I'm minding now. They are the sweetest people, because if they weren't, I would not be minding for them.
True, yeah.
I've had a very, very bad experience in which the mother of the child told me that she'd be home at 12. She ended up coming home at 4 with no notice. She was high.
What?
And she underpaid me. And so that is definitely, I think, one of the worst experiences I've ever had, because you don't feel safe in
Yeah.
that situation. Like, I let her underpay me because she was under the influence and because she was drunk and because, like, I'm not going to confront someone who's drunk
Yeah.
or on substances because you don't know how they act when they're drunk. I'd never met this
Definitely.
woman in my life.
Yeah.
So I already thought that it was a bit strange that she'd asked me to mind her child for that long. But after that experience, I was very ready to give up after that, because it genuinely broke my heart
Yes.
to have to leave that child in that house. So I sent her a message and I was like, listen, I absolutely adore your child. He's literally the greatest child in the whole world, but I can't mind for you anymore because you've underpaid me. You've come home in a state and you made me feel like I couldn't charge you what I was owed because I didn't know how you'd act under the influence. The advice I can give is, if you are ever in an uncomfortable situation in entrepreneurship, you need to figure out a way to get out of it.
True.
Because if I were to endure that, if I were to babysit for her again, I don't think I'd still be minding kids.
Right.
Because it
difficult?
breaks my heart. It broke my heart to see that.
Did you ever thought of actually reporting the situation? Because this is actually
I
a
have.
series of
I have.
a situation, because children are very precious, you know.
Yes,
You can't just do
exactly.
anything in front of the kids.
that's why it broke my heart, because I was like, I didn't want to leave him. I wanted to take him home with me because he was 3.
Oh my God.
He was 3 years old. And she came home like that. And I was like, I'm not leaving this child with you. I'm sorry.
That's a very sad situation.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that it's some of the things that you actually go through in the kind of business that you do.
Yeah.
That you meet parents who are not parents and who don't even know the meaning of being a parent, you know, because being a parent, it means a lot. It's not just giving birth to a child and then you let the child grow on her own or on his own. Parents, it needs everything in you. It needs love. It needs care.
Exactly.
It needs finances. It needs everything in you. You just need to be there, you know. You don't
exactly.
even need to do all this stuff like getting drunk in front of a child, because you have to think of what are you teaching your child,
Yeah.
you know, because children are very they're quickly to learn things. You don't need to tell your child that, okay, learn this or what. By actually looking at you doing things, children are picking up those behaviors, you know.
No.
So as parents, like I'm a parent too, and you know, kids, they put you in right space, right place, and they just makes you to do right things, because I don't think anyone wants to raise a child who's a drunkard.
Yeah.
Or raise a child who has have no idea what he or she is doing in life.
Yeah.
You know, but well, what can we say?
Yeah, that's actually what I said to her as well. I was like, as soon as you have a child, you have obligations. And if you're not ready to commit to those obligations, if you want to stay out until 4 a.m. in the morning, you shouldn't have had children in the first place. Then you should have went out and partied.
True.
Because you can't be doing that with children.
You can't be doing that, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us. And this was amazing.
It was so much fun.
It was so much fun and amazing to talk with you and to learn a lot. I'm not into childcare business, but I actually learn a lot. You know, patience. You've got so much patience, and to endure, because you have to endure with parents. You know, so I've learned a lot, and I would love to have you again, you know. So please come again.
I will.
And
definitely.
yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and we'll see you again next week, next time, same place. And yeah, bye, ciao.
Bye.